It's a new week and things are going to get crazy. This plan is going to be very sneaky and risky, so you need to get ready now. Justin Sun says this coming week will be great and a lot of big things will happen, but guess what? We were the first ones to call it. We weren't making this up. We were the first ones to say that this week is likely to be the start of the big move, and that's exactly what happened with Bitcoin. It had its best weekly close ever. That's right, guys. Bitcoin just closed on the weekly time frame for the first time in its history, the most it has ever been. That's on the standard candle of the Heikin Ashi. I have no idea why Bitcoin must pump from now on if it doesn't and it stalls and dumps on the weekly time frame. If I do see warning signs, there are going to be bearish divergences happen at this point. It looks like Bitcoin will probably keep going up because the gates of heaven are open for Bitcoin right now. That is, Bitcoin is very strong right now while XRP is again far behind. This seems to be telling me something. I think what they will likely do is strongly pump Bitcoin while XRP just slows down a lot. It doesn't really do anything, but it will wake up and blow up at some point. What did we say this week would be very manipulative? XRP changes. It's still Monday, and that's crazy. It's clear that this is a trick. What is this chart for? I've never seen it before. They took it in, dumped it back into the hole, and then took it in again and dumped it. Guys, that's before the XRP CME even starts trading. I told you that XRP futures are now live. Let's get ready for this week's dangerous events. Michael Saylor just now put up the Saylor tracker again. As usual, their plan is to buy more Bitcoin the next day. What's going on? We just saw this tweet from Michael Saylor. Never short a man who buys orange ink by the barrel. Okay, guys, here are all of his purchases. Take a look at this for Bitcoin. It's silly to spend $59 billion, 0 cents on nothing. Buying things is linked to orange. It looks like he talks about making another big buy every time he posts something like his charts. Be careful tomorrow, guys. The stock market will be open again. This week is going to be crazy, so I wouldn't do anything. It makes sense to wait for the dust to settle before you do anything. You know what I mean? Besides that, it's also important for XRP because Ripple told you 10 years ago that you still don't believe them. It was always clear that the CME would put money on Ripple and the Internet of Value. Ripple Labs gets a round of $28 million. 0 cents was done on May 19, 2015. What is that a difference for? It's for CME futures going live tomorrow on... I'm sure that XRP is going to make a big move soon. The question for me is whether they'll be able to control its price. Adding more debt to the system and getting more cash in either direction is the same thing. So it's going to get real crazy out here, guys. I would really get ready. It's also strange that this week the Senate will make history by passing the Genius Act, which makes the first ever pro-growth legal framework for payment stablecoin. Everything's going to be fine this week, from Bitcoin to XRP to this bill. I'm still waiting for a new low to be made in XRP versus Bitcoin. I'm going to jump in when this new low is made. I'm not kidding. I need to get into the long before they blow it up, because this was going to happen to XRP. I'm going to show you what is going to happen is this at some point. That's at a crazy pump to the last ultimatum to go over this one more time. I'm pretty sure this bill is good for RLUSD because it will make the US dollar the most important currency in the world, make more people want old treasuries, and make sure that the East Coast is the center of digital creativity. Yes, all of that is going to happen this week. We're getting more goods that will be given to the X Volatility Shares Trust at some point. More PTFs are also on the way, so just think of what will happen when the floodgates open. Are you ready for what's going to happen? A few weeks ago, Chad promised to send a huge amount of money. 10 cents were changed on pennies, and only $1 million were brought in. 10 billion cents or 10 billion penny bills is the market value of 10 billion cents. Wow. Do you get what we mean? You don't need that much money to change the price of XRP. And Bitcoin is also more flexible than XRP. For example, they're putting out XRP futures, which can be deeply affected 1,000 times over, right? Before going live, all you have to do is look at the price movement. That will tell you everything you need to know. Cryptocurrencies are loving the drop of shoes, right? I find it strange that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin don't care that Moody's downgraded a business as well. Bitcoin was like, let's pump crazy. That could be because Bitcoin likes doubt. It works like a safe haven asset, which is why all of these cryptocurrencies, except for XRP, are valuable. So Crypto Face asks, will this week be bullish or bearish for the crypto market? Many people are sad because there were 3 bearish days last week. They think the market will crash next week, but they're wrong. Everything that comes after this one is linked to Ethereum. So money. Okay, guys, this green line going in means that a lot of money is pouring into Ethereum. This money is then flooding into Bitcoin because there is an extra piece behind it. Soon, this money will also flood into XRP. Okay, things are tight and we'll move fast in this case. This line is also being held as backup for ETH. Ether is very bullish, which means that everything else is also positive. Hopefully that's true, unless it's been hacked. We'll see what happens. After Moody's grade, US stocks and stock market futures drop almost 1%. Things don't get better from there. Stocks look good. Cryptocurrencies might or might not follow the stock market. Tomorrow is the start of the stock market again, so pay attention and get ready. I think it will go this way, and that's how it has gone in the past. Next, we see another beautiful sign. Bitcoin MACD shows more and more good signs every week. Tell me, guys, Bitcoin needs to keep going from now on. If it doesn't, I swear to God that this will work, because if it doesn't, I will all fail. I don't think it will be good if Bitcoin's value stops going up or down in the next few months or weeks.